Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is multiplication strategies. Okay? So if you are here in North Carolina and you have a third grade student, then right now they are currently working on multiplication and division. Those are the first two OA standards in North Carolina Common Core standards. Okay? So they're working on multiplication and division. I know you're like, oh my gosh, school just started, but let me tell you, third grade goes fast. Like, it goes super fast. So you got to be ready to help them so that they can succeed, and I'm here to help you do that. All right. Before we continue, please go ahead and hit the share button, the like button, and the subscribe button, and make sure you hit that bell right next to the subscription button so that you continue to get these videos each week. I know I've been doing a sucky slack job of posting these videos, but life has been super busy, and I just got a lot going on right now. I just started another little side hobby business. I'm making wreaths and doing all the kind of things, and subbing and baby and all the things, y'all, just all the things. So I promise I'm gonna do better. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right. So tonight I'm gonna show you two strategies for multiplication. Okay. I'm gonna come back and show some other strategies in my next video, but tonight I just want to focus on just two strategies for multiplication. And these are the strategies that they will be learning in class. Okay. And so you watch this video, you'll be able to know what they're doing, and you should be able to help them to understand and transition better, especially since they're moving right into division. And if you're in my area, you definitely know, like on Tuesday they were doing multiplication, and then on Thursday they were doing division already. Like, there was no in between time. It's like, just get it all done. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, multiplication. Alright, if your child does not get these multiplication facts down, I promise you they're going to struggle all year long. Okay, everything in third grade, this is the base. Okay, so like a house, you need a base. This is the base. They need these multiplication facts, and if they do not have their addition and subtraction facts, you need to make sure they have that too, because that is the foundation. The rest of this house is going to crumble down like a cookie if they don't have this down. So please make sure you are practicing those multiplication facts with them every single day, in the car, on the way to church, on the way to school, once they get out the shower. And please don't make it seem like school. Make it fun. Just ask them a question randomly here and there. Like, don't, hey, let's sit down and do this. You might have to do that from time to time, but if it's random and kids learn best like that. If they have to feel like they are being interrogated in school, I guarantee you they're not going to learn. Okay? Alright, so I have this equation here. 3 times 4 equals blank. Okay, so the first strategy that I'm going to show you is a picture strategy. So that is getting our kids to understand exactly what this means by drawing a picture to show 3 times 4. So 3 times 4 is essentially 3 groups of 4. Okay, they can draw 3 groups of 4 dinosaurs, 3 groups of 4 apples, coins, whatever they choose to draw. But they need to make sure that it is 3 groups of 4. Now, let's go back a step. If you tell that to your child and this is their first day, even sometimes their second or third day, depending on the kid, make 3 groups of 4, they might not understand exactly what that even means, to make 3 groups of 4. Like, how do you even make these groups? And I know that seems like, what? As an adult, you're like, what do you mean? Like, what are you asking me how to make groups? It's common knowledge to you, but to a 8, 9-year-old kid, they're gonna be like, I don't know what you mean by making groups. Okay? So you want to make sure you start at the very basic level of showing them how to make groups. 3 groups of 4. So the first thing I do is to tell them to just make a group. Okay? You don't have to put nothing in the group, but specify that this is a group. If you're going to draw squares, rectangles, circles, whatever, make something that looks like it can hold a group of something else. And so I usually do circles or squares. Okay, so I'm going to do circles. I'm going to just draw 3 circles. Okay. So I know that represents my 3 groups. I've already accomplished step 1 of this problem, 3 times 4, by making 3 groups. Okay? 3 groups of 4. Okay? That's another thing. What does that even mean, 3 groups of 4? So did I just need to go 1, 2, 3? Well, what do I do with the 4th one? They're going to ask you that. Okay? That doesn't, we know that's not right. So we have to explain 3 groups of 4 means 4 needs to be in each group. Every group has to have the same amount, which is 4. Okay? So you want to put 4 of whatever it is you're drawing, whatever kind of picture you're going to do inside of each group. Okay? And I'm just going to do dots for the sake of this video. And for the sake of time, I always teach my kids to make sure that whatever you're doing is efficient, because we want to work quickly, but we want to make sure we're doing it correctly, and we don't want to spend too much time on little things like drawing a dinosaur. Like, we don't got time for that. Alright, so 3 groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If your kids are drawing dots, they need to make sure they're drawing them big, and they need to actually be making a circle-like motion, because they will do this. And you be like, what? I can't even see that. Okay? We don't got time for that either. That's not efficient because we can't see it. And when you go to count it, you're probably going to miscount it because you didn't even know that little mark you made there with that very light pencil was even there. Okay? So we want to make sure that we are working as efficiently as we can. So, again, back to the 3 groups of 4. So each one of my groups is going to have 4 dots or whatever inside. And now I have accomplished making 3 groups of 4. Okay? Now, my job now is to figure out how much is this 3 groups of 4. So I'm going to go and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully they won't have to start at 4. They can just count on from 4. Or they know 4 and 4 is 8. 8 plus 4. If they don't know that, then they should be saying 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or 8 plus 4 equals 12. Okay, so here we have 12. Okay, so I've solved this equation. 3 times 4 equals 12 by making a picture. Okay. Very, very simple, but first time teaching it to a 3rd grader, depending on the kid, not as simple as you think it is. Okay, so you need to make sure that they understand exactly what all those words mean. I'm pretty sure the teacher is doing her absolute 100% best at trying to get that, but sometimes the kids just still not getting it. So parents, we're going to need your support at home in making sure that you are supporting us to support them. Right? We all need to be speaking the same language when it comes to these skills and strategies. The second strategy is skip counting. All right? So, skip counting, they're going to have to know how to count by 3s. If they don't know how to count by 3s, they should know how to count on. Alright? So, we want to start, again, we're making 3 groups of 4. Okay? So, that means we are going to count by 4 how many times? 3 times. Because each 4 is a group of 1 group. We should have 3 groups in the end. So, 3 groups of 4, starting with 4, 4. If I don't know what comes after that, I'm going to say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And remember, they need to know that they're just adding 4 each time. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? So, do I have 3 groups of 4? I counted by 4, and I have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. 3 groups of 4, so my answer here is 12. Okay? Very, very simple. That's pretty much it, guys. Okay? Now, if your child's teacher is anything like I was when I taught 3rd grade just last year, in the beginning of teaching multiplication, like the first couple of weeks of teaching multiplication, maybe not the first week or 2 of teaching multiplication, I was very much a stickler on this number is the groups, this number represents the size of the groups. And when I say size, that means how many are in each group. Okay? Until we start talking about the commutative property. I'm going to bring my chart over here. I'm actually tutoring a 3rd grade student. Not right now because it's like 12 o'clock in the morning, but I am tutoring a 3rd grade student, and so this chart I made for him the other day to just go over some of the terms that he's learning in class, or he should be getting ready to learn. And we talked about the commutative property. Okay? So the commutative property is essentially the reason as to why 3 times 4 and 4 times 3 are the same thing is because you have 2 factors that can be multiplied in any order, and your product or your answer to that equation stays the same. Okay? So, having them to understand this first before you start talking about, well, why can't they just do skip count by 3? Because your teacher said you can. And that's just the bottom line and the point blank in the period. And I'm not even going to say I hate to be that way, because I don't. Because the reason that we teach it that way is so that they can understand why that kind of stuff actually works. And so you don't want to move it too fast before the teacher's able to explain to them exactly why those things work, unless you can explain it to them, but you also need to make sure that they know that this is 3 groups of 4 and not 4 groups of 3. Okay? So it will be 4 groups of 3 if we turn this equation around to 4 times 3. So they need to know the difference between 3 times 4 and 4 times 3. Okay? So, again, if your child's teacher is a stickler for that, which he or she should be in the first couple of weeks of teaching about multiplication, because I think it's very important, and so do the people who write this Common Core, even though, we all claim to have issues with that. I can actually see the bigger picture behind Common Core. I'm not gonna go on a rant on that. I could really just go, y'all, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Alright, so anyhow, so these are the 2 strategies for tonight. Picture groups is what I called it, or making a picture, whatever. And skip counting. Okay? So those are the 2 strategies that they will definitely be learning or have learned already. We just had our 2nd week of school here in North Carolina, so most of them have already learned these 2 strategies already. If they haven't, they will be learning them probably on Monday. Okay, so they probably have learned them already by now. So my next video on next week, I'm going to come back with 2 more strategies. There are several different strategies you can use for multiplication, and these exact same strategies work for division as well. So you can make this problem into a division problem as well. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. I have a group of 12, and I have 12 total, and I split it into 3 groups. How many are in each group? 4. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Alright, so if you have any questions, any comments, if you would like me to do a video on a different topic, if your child is learning about something else, please comment those things below, and I will definitely make a video about it. That's the reason that I'm doing these videos, is to help you guys, help your kids. Okay? I don't know well, last year I was pregnant and I was teaching, and life was just a lot. So that's mainly the reason why I didn't do a YouTube channel last year. Okay? This actually takes a lot of time to sit and edit these videos and all those kind of things. And although I do love doing it, it takes a lot of time. And with a new baby last year, like being pregnant and having a new baby after that, anyhow, let me get off of here. So please, 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 guys, share this video. Share this video. Okay? Share it with your child's teacher. Okay? So that she can share it with the rest of the families, the rest of the parents in the class, so that everybody can make use of these videos. Okay? Because I want to continue to make these videos for you every week. Alright? So again, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell.